Hey, this is Jacqueline, Miss JJ, Deja, Jackie. I'm back. I was talking about culture on the ending of the last podcast, and if you wasn't there to listen to the first podcast, we talked about law and order and um, people just understanding why so many people are afraid of us brown colored people, and how we have to come together to teach each other how not to be so arrogant and ignorant when people come forth to us, because that gives us a bad name. And when we come in contact with the police or anybody, you know, they look at us as just being negative people. And this is why we are always targeted, you know. Why do we have to be targeted? We don't have to be. We choose to be, you know. And I was also talking about my culture. You know, I just turned 50 years old and I still fully don't know my culture. And a lot of us don't know our culture. I'm ahead of a lot of people in this game about this culture thing. However, I'm still learning every day, even down to the foods that I eat. Some things I'm just not supposed to eat, and I can't. This is why they can't have a nutrition. And this is how I found out, y'all, about the food that I eat and why I can't digest it. Now, the doctor gave me a nutrition list, okay, for a person with stomach issues, and I have stomach issues. And that nutrition list is a basic nutrition list, okay? And I couldn't understand why that basic nutrition list was getting me sicker than I was before. I just couldn't understand it. And then one of my people came to me and said, oh, the reason why you can't eat that because your stomach is not made to eat that because you're different. And I'm like, huh? I'm like, okay. Now, this person was from New York, but I met them in Charlotte. Okay? And I already knew there were certain things that I couldn't eat, but I just didn't understand why. And I'm only telling y'all this about culture, okay? About we can't follow everything that other people do because it's not for us. You know, I had to tell somebody recently, oh, I can't use this shampoo because that shampoo is not for my culture. You know? And if you mixed, it's not for their culture either. You may think so, but it's not. You know, I had to teach my grandson's mother how to grow his hair because he was bald. And I was like, why is my baby bald? And I had to get him together and show them what to do to grow his hair. Because it's our culture. Okay? And you got to know what to do with your culture, with your body, with your blood. Okay? Because our bloods are not the same. Our DNAs are not the same. So we can't take in the same things. And this is why I feel like there shouldn't be children of mixed children. And I'm going to just be honest with y'all. And I'm taking this further than where I need to take it. And I'm going to talk about that in another podcast because we're talking about law and order. But the reason why I'm bringing it up is because we need to study us. Okay? We need to learn loyalty within ourselves, our color, before we can start asking somebody else to respect us. Okay? Half of the people that's out there protesting don't even know what they're protesting for. They claim is to stop the cops from beating us or chokeholding us and killing us. But that's just for those people that died. What about the upcoming ones in the future? Did y'all think about them? Because people die by the hands of the law every single day. You just don't hear about it. Okay? So, did y'all think about the people in the future? Okay. They said they're going to take the chokehold out. They still got their batons. They still got the tasers. They still got their guns. Did y'all think about that? A gun will kill you faster than a chokehold. You get beat in the head with a baton, that'll put you in a coma and you could be dead in a week. Did y'all think about that? If y'all going to fight for anything, fight for the excessive force that the police officers put on our kind because we're so arrogant. Okay? And they feel like they have to put up this shield. Okay? This imaginary shield. I'm going to tell y'all this story. I got pulled over by police, right? I went to work, did an 18-hour shift at work. Okay? Frito used to work my tail off, but I made good money, so I didn't care. I lived to talk about it, so they ain't kill me. This made me stronger. Anyway, this was one of those days I wanted to go to the casino. Okay? Because y'all know I like the casino. So I told my significant other, come on, let's go to the casino. He said, okay. So I'm driving. Everybody know I used to have a tannish brown Expedition. Okay? And it's kind of wide, and they was fixing a bridge coming from the casino from one town to the next. Okay? From Cecil County to Harford County. They was fixing that bridge. So we only have one lane. And I've been up since 3 a.m. the next day. The prior day. So I've been up for 24 hours because now it's 4 a.m. Okay, 25 hours. Okay, I'm tired as I don't know what. Can't wait to get home and get into bed. But I had a good night. I won some money, So I'm driving slow. Because I'm like, ooh, I'm kind of sleepy. And I don't want to tear my truck. And I don't want to go off this bridge. So I'm going to drive slow. So now, I get across the bridge. I'm halfway across the bridge. He put his lights on. I can't pull over because there's nowhere to pull over. So I got to wait until I get off the bridge in order to pull over. It is what it is. I just can't pull over. So I kept going until I got to the end of the bridge. And then I pulled over. So he gets out his car and he comes over to me. Man, he was doing 10 miles under the speed limit. And I looked at him. I laughed. Right. I said, oh, really? I said, well, listen here. I've worked 18 hours a day. And I chose that I wanted to go to the casino and have some fun because my life is always working. And I did. And I'm tired. And I'm going to drive slow to protect me, my vehicle, and the person that's life that I have in my hands. Well, you cannot drive 10 miles over the speed limit. Are you impaired? No, sir, I do not drink. Step out the car. For what? I'm not drunk. License and registration, no problem. Gave it to him. Oh, you have a CDL? Yes, I do. You see why I was driving slow? Because if you're tired by law and you possess a CDL, it doesn't matter in the state of Maryland. It doesn't matter what vehicle you were in. If you've been driving for 10 hours or more, you cannot be behind the wheel. Okay? Now that's the law. Okay? And if you feel tired, you drive slow in the right lane. Okay? But of course, the police officer didn't know that because he doesn't possess a CDL. So, I'd explain that to him. For one, I shouldn't even be driving anyway And I let him know I shouldn't be driving anyway because I've been driving longer than 10 hours. Okay, see now in Charlotte, here in Charlotte, you can still possess your driver's license and not have to follow the CDL rules as long as you're not driving a CDL vehicle. In the state of Maryland, if you possess a CDL, all rules apply. Okay? Because I could say that I wasn't driving for 10 hours in my vehicle, but then jump in a CDL vehicle. After I've been driving 10 hours in that vehicle, technically I'm not legal to drive that vehicle because I drove over 10 hours. So this is why they make it where it applies in all vehicles. Like when I first came to Charlotte, people was like, why are you stopping at the train tracks? It's the law. Not here. And I'm like, oh, okay. Now I got to learn to just fly across the train tracks with everybody else because I'm a CDL driver. And in any state other than this one that I know of, I have to stop at the train tracks. This is what they've trained me to do. Okay? So this is why I say every state is different, people, and you have to find out your laws in different states. However, getting back to this police officer. So now I'm explaining all this stuff to him about driving. Okay? I get up out the car. I said, now, you know, I told you I'm sleepy. So I'm like a zombie. You know I'm a walk crooked. He was like, oh, yeah, that's right. Smell of breath. I told you all I got is cigarette breath. I don't drink. He was like, oh, yeah. Well, how did you get your CDLs? Now the whole conversation changed. He wanted to know how to get his CDLs. How? And I'm sorry. I'm sorry, police officers, if y'all lost one, because he was asking me about Frito-Lay. And, yeah, because I said, this is a nice truck. And how did you get this? I said, I work for you. So well, how much you make there? So when I started with 54, he said, that's more than me. I said, yeah, you got a choice. Now, you either stay with the police department or you come on with us, the Frito-Lay. And go blow some money at the casino, because I can blow a few checks. And he just looked at me. That whole conversation turned in from him stopping me, telling me I was driving 10 miles under the speed limit to, oh my God, I wish I was you. I was like a queen, a king or queen to him. Like, I wish I was you. How do I get started? Because it was something that he knew nothing about. He didn't even know the law. You understand? He did not even know the law that possessed a CDL driver. But you pulling me over, asking me for my license. They think that it's only okay for DOT to know the laws of a CDL driver. But they should be taught too. So this is where a lot of things come into being wrong, because half of the time they will pull you over or stop you for something that's not even in their jurisdiction. And then it becomes a problem. Just like with the George Floyd situation. They said that he had a counterfeit $20 bill. That's not the police department's jurisdiction. That's the federal jurisdiction. So why was they even arresting him for that? That was supposed to be turned over to federal. So this is where knowing your laws come in, people. And I'm serious with this stuff. I'm not telling you this because, you know, I just want to waste my time 2 hours in a quiet bathroom because my house is live, it's daytime, to tell you this stuff. Learn your laws. And it would eliminate a whole lot of things. And And then the police commissioners, they need to get it together too, because your people should be well trained to know all laws that's set forth down in your state. These are the things that they're supposed to be fighting for. You got this one over here telling me that this is illegal. Then you got this one over here telling me that this is this organization over here telling me this is illegal. Now, y'all know the federal is a total different organization from the police department. The sheriff is a whole total different organization than the police department and the federal. Then you got the troopers. That's a whole nother organization. Okay? They do highway. That's why they cars can do 100 and the actual regular police car really can't. Most of them have governors on it. Okay? Bet y'all didn't even know that. This is why you need to know the law. Study the law. Y'all so much want to study about what happened 100 years ago. Study what's going on right now, so you know what to fight for. You can't fight for something that happened 100 years ago. You got to fight for what's going on right now. Learn your laws. Shout out to the state troopers. Those are the ones that'll catch you when you think you're in that Lamborghini and you're doing 110, which is illegal in the United States. Those are the ones that's coming for you. On a highway, because that's their jurisdiction. And they got the rights to get you off of there and do whatever they got to do. And if they got to turn you over to the police department, that's what they do after they got their paperwork. Learn what each organization that's there to serve and protect is used for. Y'all don't even know. But y'all fighting for something. These are total different organizations. Anything that's done with money, larceny, embezzlement. I think it's embezzlement because I'm not a criminal, so I don't know too much of that stuff. I try not to be anyway. Sometimes you break crimes, don't even know it because you ain't did your research. And then I have to go and be like, ooh, damn, that was a crime. I'm glad I didn't call. I won't do that again. But the only way you're going to find out is do your research. Everybody has a different jurisdiction. And some of them can't step over the jurisdiction. That'd be illegal itself. So know, even if you're going to be a criminal, know what kind of crime you're doing. Or if you're going to be arrogant, know why you're being arrogant. But don't look stupid. Because half of the time you look stupid because you don't even know what's going on. You just know an officer with a gun came up on you. And now you want to act a fool. Or you're doing something you ain't supposed to, so you want to act a fool. If you did something wrong, own up to it. Most of the time, if you did something wrong and you own up to it, the cops will let you go. I'm going to tell you another story. I'm flying in Edgewood, Maryland. And I don't know why I was flying because normally I don't be driving that fast. But I think I was trying to make it somewhere on time. And I'm flying and it's a community center. And y'all know I love the kids. So I don't know why I was flying down there because the kids could have been anywhere. You know, so that was my bad on my part. I did wrong. Police pulled me over. License registration gave it to them. You know you was doing 15 over the speed limit because we do get a little leeway. They give us some leeway. They give us 10 miles leeway. Okay, but I took over that 10 miles and went 15. Okay, so you know you went, you know. And I'm like, oh, did I really? Oh, I'm sorry. I'm sorry. And he's like, well, why was you? I was like, I was trying to make it because I got to get to work. And blah, blah, blah. He said, but this is a child neighborhood. And you can't come through here like that. And I said, I know, officer. I feel bad because I love the kids. He said, okay, Jacqueline, I'm going to give me your license registration. I gave him my license registration. And it's not like I don't get pulled over. People don't bother me. They bother me sometimes, But I fix it. I even if I'm wrong, I apologize. I give them what's due to them. I broke the law. I'm so sorry, officer. I will not do this again because I realized that it was wrong. It was an old cop. He laughed at me. He said, okay, I'm going to give you a warning. I don't want to see you coming through here flying no more. But guess what? Every time I turn on Edgewood, guess who I think about? That cop. And I'm driving slow. And I'm looking around like he might come out. And he told me that if I don't slow it down, he going to give me a ticket. Okay? And that's the other thing I loved about Maryland, though. They give you warnings. You know what I mean? They don't just, they don't just say, okay, you committed a crime and we're taking you to jail and blah, 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 blah. No, that's why I love them. Because they give you a warning. We can give you a warning. Okay, we can give you a chance. To prove that you knew you was wrong. Now that you know that you was wrong. And see, this is the same way with God, Now, once God has showed you and you constantly keep doing wrong, now you're being disrespectful. Okay? And this is why we're having all these things going on in the world right now, because people want to continuously be disrespectful. And God is angry. It'd be the same way with the police force. They give you warning behind warning. Your name goes in this database. And they said, then we give them we're going to give this damn person a warning twice. We taking you to jail this time. Yep. So people, they know that we're not perfect because they're not perfect. However, there is some cops and some organizations in some states that will respect the fact that we're not perfect if you're not doing a major, major crime. Okay? And they will give you a warning. Or say, look, I don't want to catch you doing this again. Enough is enough, I'm going to tell you another story real quick. I got pulled over. This is when I was homeless. My money was running out. I had no job. And my registration, I had to do my registration. I couldn't pay my car insurance. I was all messed up, y'all. And I learned a lot from this situation, okay? Not only from the person that put me in the situation, but I had a choice. And that's what I didn't realize. This person, because I was staying at their home, they pretty much pushed me to come and pick them up, knowing that my car didn't have no insurance or no registration. Okay, but because I felt the need of needing a roof over my head, I had to take that chance. Okay, so I took that chance, and shout out to that police officer. I forgot his name, but he pulled me over. And I was going to pick her up, and I was actually going to fill an application at Labor Ready because she was coming with me, actually. Okay? And if y'all know what Labor Ready is, it's almost like a temp agency. You can go there every day, get some work, and you get paid the same day. And most states have it. However, when I got the halfway mark to where she was located, cop pulled me over. And he said, license and registration. And I was just honest to him, because he's going to find out anyway, And I said, officer, I'm going to be honest with you. I've been homeless I lost my house, This is where I used to live at, gave him all my license. And I lost my house. I lost my job. I had a business that took all my money away from me, And I just ran the story down to him, And then he went to the computer and he looked and he was like, yeah, she wasn't lying because it's all in the computers, I don't know how every state is done, but I know Maryland, their computers are up to date. They can tell you everything about you, okay? Better than you can tell it about you. So, he said, okay, your vehicle's not registered by law. He said, I really don't care about the insurance because he said, we all go through problems with the insurance. We got to pay, blah, blah, blah. He said, but the vehicle is not registered in no state. Not just Maryland. It's not registered in no state. So I have to take it off the road. So he said, I'll give you about, 3 hours. Park it here and give you about 3 hours to get a tow truck and come and get it and take it to, to your house. Okay. So I said, okay. Now here come this black officer, my kind. He calling his name. I forgot what his name was. You was supposed to confiscate the vehicle. He said, no, I don't confiscate this woman's vehicle. She already got problems. She's homeless. And this is what the white cop did now. He's telling them, he's like, she's already homeless. She's looking for work. She can't pay her registration. Her insurance is due. That just lapsed because he saw that in the computer, that it just lapsed. So he knew I was down on my luck. Okay? Why I'm going to take the one thing from her that can keep her going to work when she find a job. This is what he told him. And I just looked at him like, wow. He broke it down. And it was the truth. But this, and I hate to call my fellow brown people niggas, but I have to call him a nigga because that's what he was acting like. This nigga just wanted to bury me. Take it all from her. And I'm like, damn, you hate the color of skin you in. But yet still this white man over here, and this is what I did. I looked at him, and I pulled my body like away and walked over to the white police officer and stood behind him. Like, help me, because this nigga crazy. And he got on a uniform, so he might be the one to try to kill me out here because he's trying to bury me. My vehicle, you're trying to take my vehicle away from me. This is the one thing that'll get me to work every day. Why would you try to bury me after I made car payments? Now you want to put more payments on my life. And you a nigga just like me. This is what our kind does to each other instead of thinking. He was supposed to pull up on the scene and say, all right, you helping one of my sisters, yo, I like you. You know what I'm saying? Talking to the cop. You know, you helping one of my sisters. That cop made, based on my conversation with him and what he was able to verify, he made the decision of letting me keep my vehicle, but I had to take it off the streets. And a nigga was going to take my vehicle away from me. So do y'all see what I'm saying? When your own kind will bury you before someone else will. And this is why we need unity. We can't fight for this stuff if we're going to continue to go up against each other. We just can't. Now, I don't know whether that white cop was right or wrong for what he did. And he wanted to be an a-hole, or he was by the book. He might have been by the book. But sometimes the book don't apply when it comes to good people. And the white man saw that. This woman don't have not even a ticket. No criminal records. Why would I put her deeper in debt to become a criminal? Because this is what they do. Okay? They make things so hard for us to where we have no other choice but break crimes. And it's sad that the government is built that way. However, it takes for us to come together and help each other and try to follow the rules as best as possible. They create criminals. I'm going to tell y'all this story. When I first came, and I tell y'all stories because I want y'all to get the understanding. I had came to Charlotte, right? I couldn't find a job. Now, I'm from New York. You know, in New York, when you can't find a job, you got to feed your kids. You go down to the welfare office. They're going to help you out. Okay? and get you some food stamps, some something so you can eat. Okay? And most of the time, before you even leave the building, they'll send you downtown to get your card so you can have some food stamps on your card in less than 24 hours. Okay? This is how they do in New York. And I'm from New York. So that's what I'm used to. Okay? I couldn't find a job. My dad couldn't afford to help me. We just was messed up. Okay? So I had to go down to the food stamp office. Don't you know it took these people 3 months before they gave my family any food stamps? I got here in July. I applied for work July, August, September. I went and applied for stamps, if I'm not mistaken, in August, the end of August before school started. Okay? I didn't get food stamps until October. I didn't get a job until December. Shout out to Kellogg's. Okay? I had to wait 3 months. Now, with the 3 months, now, when you have these children, they tell you that you have to take care of these children. They don't give a damn if you're on welfare or not. But you have to do what you need to do to make sure that them children eat. Okay? Now, the food stamp office kept telling me, oh, we working on it, we doing this, we doing that, we need this, we need that. We getting them all the stuff that they need. But still, we can't eat. Now, I don't know nobody here to be calling up, and the people that I didn't know, they was broker than I was. So I'm saying to myself, like, where am I supposed to get money to feed my kids? So now they pushing me to becoming a criminal. I literally stopped in a store. I was at the pawn shop. I'll never forget it. Taking some things to the pawn shop because I was like, we got to find a way to feed these kids. And I asked the dude, I said, how do y'all survive here? And he said, do whatever it takes. He said, I'm not going to tell you to break the law. I'm not going to tell you to be a criminal. But you got to do what you choose to do to survive. So I said, oh, I get it. This is one of them cities where they make you a criminal. All right, y'all go out and break crime so we can lock y'all up and y'all can do the cycle. Instead of trying to keep these people out of jail. Keep these people out of police and harm's way. So I said, oh, I see where I'm at now. But I said, y'all not going to get me. So that's when I had to resort to God. You know, my higher power comes first. And I said, you lead me through this. And every day that I prayed, there was somebody calling for me to do something for them and say, I'll pay you. Don't worry about it because I know you ain't got no money, no food stamps, no nothing. And I survived it. Okay? So you have a choice. Even though they're trying to make you a criminal, you have a choice. Once I got my job, I had saved up a whole bunch of money. I called my boss and said, listen, I want to transfer. He said, where you going? I said, I'm going back to Maryland. He said, let me call my people. He called his people. He said, yeah, we got a spot for you up there. I said, okay. I told my significant other, I said, no, let's get out of here. Because I'm not going to live somewhere that they're going to make me a criminal. No. I've been living for 47 years before I got here. And I wasn't a criminal. And I'm not going to come here and become a criminal just because they want me to be. It's not going down like that. Okay? But this is what some states do. But you have a choice. Okay? You have a choice. You have a choice to get up every day and find work. You have a choice to get up every day, and even if it's your own work. If you got to cut somebody's grass. But I'm not going to stand on the corner and beg nobody for nothing. I work for mine because that's in my culture, it's in my character. I'm not going to do that. You're not going to make me go to my lowest. And that's where, going back to the police, some police will do that. They will try to make you feel the lowest because you broke a small crime. So it will make you feel like you have no other choice. Every time you step foot in the police, you have to be defensive because it's the way it's designed. This is why I'm telling y'all have to fight for the excessive force. These cops need to think when they step in front of you. They need to think. They need to go in their cars, do their research on you. If they can't do no research on you, then I can see them saying, hey, step out the car. We're taking you in. Because I can't find nothing on you. But if I have my ID, I have all my necessary documentation, you can go to your computer, you can pull me up, you can pull up who I've been for the last 20 years. There's no reason for you to take excessive force against me. No reason. And this is where it all boils down to. And I want to tell my young people, if you're under 17, and this is in every state, get your parents to get you an ID. And if they can't, the first thing you do when you get 18, get an ID. I be telling the kids every day, all day, get your ID. Because when you don't have an ID, it's like you are a nobody. Because they cannot verify who you are. Okay? I've turned around, and I have a driver's license. Had it for many, many, many years. And I would turn around if I leave my wallet at home and go back and get it. Just so they can verify, just in case. Because you never know what's going to happen. You could get caught in a store, or you can get hurt. Anything. They need to verify who you are. Okay? Even if you broke a crime. If you're verifiable, they are more lenient on you. Because they'll know within your information, okay, this person has a mental disability. Okay, Tom, we're going to have to deal with this guy a little bit different. He has a mental disability. Matter of fact, this ain't even our jurisdiction. We got to call up the other people. Let them deal with this. And Charlotte, shout out to y'all. They have created a team of officers that will come out only based on the person's character and if they have a mental disability. So shout out to Charlotte on that one. And I'm happy that they have that. That's a whole nother team other than the police department, but they work together. If you're not the type of person to have a mental disability and you're acting irate, why is this person acting irate? So this is where the officer is supposed to come to them and say, well, Miss Smith or Miss Brown, what's going on? Why are you acting like this? Calm down. Take a few minutes. Calm down. We want to know why you was doing 60 and a 40. Something must have went on for this person to be irate. And the police officers need to be trained about stuff like this. Psychic, the psych, mental. Okay, we're not talking about being a psychic, but mental. How to deal with people. Because you never know what a person has been through before they got behind that wheel. And then here you're the next person stepping forth to them. And now their anger or whatever they have in them is being lashed out to you. It's not that they wanted to be ignorant or arrogant, but they could have been going through something. Police officers need to be trained how to deal with these type of people. Just like with me. I'm in retail. Okay? I deal with customers that's arrogant, ignorant every single day. But you got to know how to deal with them. How to tone them down without getting into a fist fight. Okay? And that's what police officers need to be taught. It needs to be implemented. So these are the things that you need to fight for. Not, we don't want the chokehold, so they can turn around after they eliminate the chokehold and they give us something else they're going to kill us with. So people think before you ask for something. You know, just like they say, when you ask God for something, okay, when you ask God for something, you ask him for that, and that's that. And if he give it to you and you didn't get it the way you thought you asked for it, it's not God's fault. It's yours because you didn't ask for what you really wanted. You played with it. So now that y'all have the time and the eyes are open, sit down and see what you want and ask for it. It's not just about the chokehold. It's about the excessive force. This is Jacqueline Richardson. This is the conclude of this podcast. Jacqueline Richardson, Ms. JJ Diamond, Deja Jackie. I hope y'all get it together. I personally want to help, but at this time I can't. So all I can do is give y'all the knowledge that I have and hope that y'all follow and someone leads to get it right. But I love you all, and I'll talk to y'all tomorrow. Y'all all have a blessed day.